Elegant, culture-rich Adelaide sits between the rugged south coast of Australia and the foothills of the Mount Lofty Ranges. European immigrants founded this tidy capital of South Australia, and its layout was carefully crafted around the River Torrens Karawira Parry, imparting a welcome sense of order balanced by a laid-back vibe. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 things to do in Adelaide, and just wait till you see number 1 that we're going to be showing in this video, something you would probably never even have thought of. So make sure you watch till the end. Now, before we begin, you can help support our channel by becoming a member of this channel by pressing the join button below. This will help us to bring you more awesome travel videos. So now, let's cut to the chase. Number 10. Feed kangaroos at Cleland Wildlife Park. Cleland Wildlife Park cares for a cute and cuddly bunch of Aussie animals in a naturalistic environment. You won't find many enclosures here. Instead, kangaroos, wallabies, potooroos and emus roam freely in the wide open spaces, and you can wander among them, feed them and enjoy close-up encounters. Photographers will have a chance to capture some excellent shots, and the interactive keeper presentations provide interesting details about the animals and their habitats. For an extra fee, you can cuddle a koala and take home a souvenir photo. Cleland Animal Park lies less than a 20-minute drive from the city centre on the northwestern slopes of Mount Lofty. It's one of the most popular things to do in the Adelaide Hills. Next up at 9, meet the pandas at Adelaide Zoo. Adjoining the Adelaide Botanical Gardens on the northwest, the Adelaide Zoo is much loved for its educational focus and charismatic collection of animals. It was established in the late 19th century. Giant pandas are the stars here, delighting young and old alike. Other popular residents include the orangutans, koalas, meerkats, lemurs and the colourful feathered friends in the aviary. Also make sure you stop by the Envirodrome, an interactive visitor centre with a vertical garden and terrarium. Enhance your visit by signing up for an interactive animal experience. Choose from a lion or tiger encounter, mingle with meerkats, lemurs or red pandas. Come face to face with a giraffe and more. Looking for things to do in Adelaide with toddlers? They'll love the petting zoo, where they can cuddle, kiss and feed a cast of furry and feathery farmyard friends, as well as kangaroos, quokkas and wallabies. A visit here is one of the most popular things to do in Adelaide for families, and it's only a 10-minute walk from the Adelaide CBD, the central business district. Next up at 8, soak up the sea air at Glenelg. In the sheltered and surf-free Gulf St Vincent, the seaside village of Glenelg is a popular escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. To get here, most visitors opt for the 25-minute trip on Adelaide's only surviving tram, which departs from Victoria Square in the city centre. As well as its beach appeal and many tourist attractions, Glenelg has a fascinating history. The first group of free settlers disembarked from HMS Buffalo in Holdfast Bay here, making this the oldest European settlement on mainland South Australia. Sidewalk cafes, boutique hotels and lively summer entertainment create a holiday feel. Looking for Adelaide attractions for families? Kids can catch their thrills at the Beach House, an amusement park packed with rides including a giant water slide, bumper boats and Ferris wheel. Those seeking a quieter visit can bask on the beach or cast a fishing line off the pier. Sailing and swimming with dolphins are other popular things to do in Glenelg. And now at 7, shop at Adelaide Central Market. A few paces west of Victoria Square on the south side of Grote Street, the Adelaide Central Market is one of the oldest indoor markets in the world. Founded in 1870, these colourful markets are a hotspot for shoppers. Come here to buy everything from fresh fruit and veggies, flowers and baked goods to cheeses and a mouth-watering array of multicultural culinary treats. After browsing the produce-packed stalls, enjoy a meal at one of the many cafes in the area or the Asian restaurants in nearby Chinatown. And don't forget to bring your own shopping bags or baskets. The markets are open Tuesday through Saturday, but for the best bargains, try to be here Saturday afternoons when some vendors slash prices to move their produce. And now at 6, State Library of South Australia. The State Library of South Australia surprises first-time visitors with its dramatic juxtaposition of old and new. The contemporary Spence Wing, with its sharp lines and glass-fronted entrance, offers modern facilities and free Wi-Fi. From here, ask for directions to the original library, housed in the adjacent 1884 French Renaissance building known as the Mortlock Wing. Entering this grand old space is like stepping back in time. Multi-tiered galleries beckon high above, edged by elaborate wrought iron balustrades, and ladders reach up to leather-bound books neatly propped in the wooden shelves. Highlighting this flashback to libraries of old is a stream of natural light flooding through the glass dome in the roof. The Mortlock Wing is also worth a visit for its special collection of works on the history of South Australia. Here you can learn about the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians of this land. Be sure to also look for the Kaurna greeting stone at the entrance to the Spence Wing, among other artworks outside. And now at 5, South Australian Museum. The South Australian Museum, adjacent to the State Library, is a top research facility renowned for its Aboriginal heritage collections. In addition to the excellent Australian collection, you can admire artefacts from the South Pacific Islands in the Permanent Pacific Cultures Gallery, gaze upon Egyptian antiquities, and learn about local flora and fauna in the South Australian Biodiversity Gallery. Children love the natural history exhibits with stuffed specimens, fossils and skeletons, and special exhibits mean there's always something new to see. This museum is one of the top things to do for free in this culture-rich city, especially if you're looking for indoor activities in Adelaide. At 4, take a tour of Adelaide Oval. Stadiums aren't always a top attraction in a capital city, but Aussies love their sports, and this venue is an important part of the city's history. Sitting in the centre of Adelaide's attractive riverbank precinct, the stadium was established in 1871 and hosted its first Test cricket match in 1884. Since its founding, the stadium has played host to more than 16 different sports, including AFL, archery, cycling, hockey, lacrosse and tennis, as well as music concerts and major events. A multi-million-dollar renovation completed in 2014 revitalised the venue, but it still features the old heritage-listed scoreboard and century-old Moreton Bay fig trees. If you have time, try to buy tickets for a sporting match or event here. Cricket fans should make a beeline for the Bradman Museum to see memorabilia on the life of Australia's most famous cricketer. The best way to appreciate this iconic venue is to sign up for an Adelaide Oval Stadium tour. On this 90-minute guided tour, you'll go behind the scenes to see the stadium's top features and learn fascinating stories about its history. If you're looking for unique things to do in Adelaide for sports fans, this should top your list. And in at 3, find inspiration at the Art Gallery of South Australia. In the heart of Adelaide's cultural precinct, the Art Gallery of South Australia exhibits one of Australia's finest art collections. The elegant colonnaded Victorian building, established in 1881, sets the tone for the esteemed work within its walls. Spanning 2,000 years, the collection crosses all mediums, from sculpture, paintings, textiles, metalwork and photographs to ceramics, jewellery and furniture. The Australian collection spans the colonial days to the present, including Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander art. European works highlight pieces from the Renaissance to the present day, and Asian exhibits include Australia's only dedicated Islamic gallery. Important North American pieces are also on display, as well as some evocative avant-garde sculptures. At 2, wander through Adelaide Botanic Garden. Wander through the wrought iron gates at the east end of North Terrace and enter a wonderland of botanical treasures. Established in 1855, Adelaide Botanic Garden features educational-themed paintings including medicinal plants, a Mediterranean garden, Australian native species, and a wetland designed to sequester enough water to eventually irrigate the entire grounds. The Santos Museum of Economic Botany provides insight into the important role plants play in everyday life through a series of permanent collections. Other garden favourites include the Palm House, the Bicentennial Conservatory with lowland rainforest plants, the night-flowering Amazonica water lilies, and Australia's oldest avenue of Moreton Bay fig trees. Kids will love the Little Sprouts kitchen garden, complete with fruit and veggies, compost and a worm farm. Exploring these beautiful gardens is one of the best things to do in Adelaide for free. Ready for more garden gazing? Mount Lofty Botanic Garden is also worth a visit to see its impressive collection of cool climate plants and heritage rose garden. And if you're seeking a little pocket of peace in the CBD, head to Himeji Garden. This carefully tended Japanese Zen garden is an oasis of lily-topped ponds, artfully placed stepping stones, and the soothing sounds of trickling water. And finally, at number 1, get a culture fix along North Terrace. A handsome tree-lined boulevard graced by historic and cultural treasures, North Terrace is a great place to kick off a city tour. Exploring all the attractions here is one of the top things to do in Adelaide's CBD. Parliament House, at the intersection of King William Street and North Terrace, is perhaps the most imposing building in Adelaide, with its monumental colonnade. Just down the street, cheek by cheek, the State Library of South Australia, the South Australian Museum and the Art Gallery of South Australia offer a triple dose of art and culture and are 3 of the city's top tourist attractions. Bordering these, the main campus of the University of Adelaide hosts the Mitchell Building, one of the city's finest examples of Gothic Revival style. Other North Terrace treasures include the Migration Museum, Ayers Historic House and the Adelaide Botanic Garden, a green thumb's dream. And there you have the top 10 things to see and do in Adelaide. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your Aussie-loving friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. See you next time, cobbers!